Companies like Amazon, Nike, Toyota, and Uber are all using Notion. And it's really not that surprising if you haven't heard about it, because the business management world is dominated by apps like Jira and Trello or Asana. And in this video, we'll see how Notion works, why so many companies are willing to use it, and whether you should use Notion in your own business. But first, if you haven't heard about it and you ask me to explain what it is in one sentence, I would call it an all-in-one organizer. It's like a text editor with a lot of additional features, like databases, which enable you to create some really complex systems. So let's jump into Notion and I will show you what I mean. When you create a Notion page, it's all blank, but the magic lies in a button that's called templates. You don't have to do everything by yourself because there's a huge library of pre-built systems that either Notion made or other people, including me, made and shared with the world. Let's check out the template called Projects, Tasks and Sprints. You click Get the template and you have a working system. You can manage tasks, projects, and you have a sprint board that's used in many different product management apps. Another cool page is Company Home. You click Get the template and it appears right here. It's good if you want to help your employees get to know the company, all of the different policies, or maybe just show some news or events that are happening. If you decide that you want to build your own workspace, you can do that too. But the problem is, you start with an empty page. So let's make a page called Company. And if you press the slash, there's a lot of building blocks that you can use and build your workspace with them. I won't explain every single one because there's a lot of them, as you can see here. But what's amazing about Notion is that you can embed a lot of different apps that you're already using, so it's easy to switch. An example cool page that I made is called the Creator Suite, as you can see here. It is a system for content creators and it can get really advanced. I won't explain every single thing, but if you want to get to know this, you can watch the separate video about it. So as you've seen from the examples, you can build literally anything however you want, and that's the best feature of Notion. The full customization that's not really present in other apps. And I forgot to mention, but for most use cases, it's free. We will get to the business pricing later and compare it with other apps, but honestly, you could be really saving tons of money with it. The only downside that I can think of is that it has a steep learning curve. You probably won't be able to figure out how to make a complete workspace by yourself, and the template gallery can help you with that, but it might not exactly suit your needs. So you could end up hiring a Notion consultant or getting a paid template, which could be more appropriate for you. And that can be quite pricey, but honestly, I think it's worth it. So now let's talk about what does the Notion paid plan include. First is the unlimited file size upload. By default, you're limited to 5 megabytes in the free version, so you can't really store big PDFs or videos in it. And if you upgrade to the Plus plan, you can do that, and it becomes pretty much a whole database. Another cool thing are team spaces. You can easily divide your company into teams so that each one of them will have their own tasks and documents, and it creates an easy to manage structure. And you have some additional privacy access settings. You also get automations, so you can send out Slack notifications after you finish a meeting so that your assistant could add some notes or schedule some meetings, and that's a great feature to have. You also get workspace analytics and additional security upgrades, which is useful for businesses. Now let's compare Notion to other software that has similar features. The first one is going to be ClickUp, and they literally advertise themselves as the #1 Notion alternative. So let's see what they have to offer. So features that ClickUp has that Notion doesn't are mainly dashboards, in-app video recording, so it's like a Loom built in, and also you can send out emails directly from ClickUp. All of this stuff can be achieved in Notion, but you need to do some automations from Zapier or other software, and it's really possible, but it requires a lot of work. So that's nice from ClickUp that they have all of this built in. Another popular app that Notion is getting compared to, and I don't really know why, but it's Jira. And Jira is the golden standard for project management. You get the agile techniques that are widely used in software development, but it's not customizable compared to Notion. And Notion is more document and content oriented, and that's the main difference. They both have a steep learning curve, but Jira is more targeted at big corporations, and that's why Notion could be more popular with smaller businesses or medium-sized businesses or startups. Another app, quite new, it's called Microsoft Loop, and it's very much similar to Notion. And what's cool about it is that it integrates into Microsoft Office. It has all of the standard projects and teams that you get in Notion. You also get the slash commands, and it works nearly the same. And it also has a huge thing called Copilot. It runs on GPT-4, and it's Microsoft's AI that helps you get your stuff done. Notion also have their own AI. It's called Notion AI, and we really don't know what it's running on. Some people believe that it's Claude from Anthropic or some kind of mix that Notion made a model out of. But I think this round goes to Copilot. Copilot deals much better with all of the stuff that is thrown at, and it integrates with Microsoft Office so well that it wins this round. So now let's compare the pricing. And I will tell you right away that it's generally very similar, and it really depends on how big your company is, and only then will you see a difference. So I made a little summary here.
Hey, quick disclaimer. There could have been some changes in pricing after recording this video, so the actual prices are the ones that you see on the infographic right here. Now back to the video.
First, let's talk about Notion. For the Plus plan, which has a 100 user limit, it's $8 per user. For the business plan, it's $18 per user, and it has a 250 user limit. And you have to really read what's important for you and choose the right plan. But generally, I think the Plus is more than enough. And even the free version is really, really good. Jira, it's the same as Notion, $8 per user, although you have limited storage, and if you want unlimited storage, you need the premium plan, which is $16 per user. ClickUp also has very similar pricing, it's $15 per user, and Microsoft Loop, it's bundled with the Microsoft Office Business Standard subscription, which is $12.50 per user. So as you see, the pricing is very similar. And if your business is small to medium size, Notion and ClickUp would probably be the best choice. Or if you're already using the Office package, you can go for the Microsoft Loop and see how it works for you. And if you're a big corporation, then Jira is probably the best option. Here are some final things that you should consider before switching to Notion. As I said before, Notion can be hard to learn. And it's not only the case for you, but for your employees also. So not only do you have to hire a consultant to build your workspace, but you also need them to make some training for your employees. And that's another cost, and it can really get quite pricey. Another option would be to set it up by yourself, but you would have to learn the software, then teach everything that you know to your employees, and it would be really time consuming. So I don't think that's the better option. But if you're just starting out and are looking for a piece of software to manage your business and you have no experience with other apps, then I believe that Notion is an excellent choice for you. If you want to learn more about it and build your own custom workspace, you can follow me and other creators that I will list down in the description. Also, I make new templates regularly, and I'm planning on making one for managing a business. So follow me on social media for updates. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.